She got a story that some won't. She got a story that some won't. Now she's got a story that some won't believe. Comes from a place you're not supposed to achieve. She's got big dreams that some can't conceive. Plus she's from the hood of the Douglas P. Cause she's a hustler with tricks up her sleeve. Been hated on since the age of 3. They said she couldn't fly, so they snatched her wings. But she got them right back quite naturally. Cause she's a believer, but you ain't gotta believe her. Bringing new meaning to high self-esteem. A beauty queen with a face made for magazines. Uplifting women from here to Beijing. She got a story that some won't. She got a story that some won't. She's got a story that some won't believe. She's got her own, she's got her wings. She's got a story that some won't believe. She's got her own, so just let her be. She's got a story that some won't believe. And she's got a story that some won't believe.
Malacka encourages and uplifts communities of women and children. Her mission is to show women and young ladies that there are many options that lead to success. She speaks from experience when she says that all women can be intelligent, powerful, beautiful, glamorous, and successful every day, no matter the hand life has dealt. Now, we ask her to return to bring us the battle, not the bad, but the battle. Because last time she blessed us with her words of wisdom, she hasn't finished her story. So now, with further ado, please stand up and give a round of applause to Miss Malacka Reed.
Okay, ladies, you guys know how we do. I need to feel your energy before I speak it. So I need for you to once again repeat after me. Let me hear y'all say, you can take my wings and I'm still gonna fly. Say it. You can take my wings and I'm still gonna fly. All right, I need you to be a little bit more louder than that. I need you to turn all the way up. Now say, you can take my wings and I'm still gonna fly. Say it. You can take my wings and I'm still gonna fly. Say I will make it. Mervo, stand up. How y'all feeling, Mervo? Y'all ready to rock? Y'all ready for some motivation? Y'all ready to hit a battle? Let me hear y'all stand up. All right, we're gonna have a little bit of competition today. I want to see which side it gets more turned up than the other side. Y'all ready? Y'all ready? Let me hear you. 1, 2, 3. You can take my wings and I'm still gonna fly. Say, you can take my wings and I'm still gonna fly. Say, you can take my wings and I'm still gonna fly. Say, you can take my wings and I'm still gonna fly. Say, you can take my wings and I'm still gonna fly. Stop. You can take my wings and I'm still gonna fly. I say the whole Mervo pumped up. Y'all ready to rock today? The reason why, shout out to Ed Misery Loves Company. Okay, y'all know how we do. We need complete silence in the room. Complete silence in the room. One thing I know about Mervo is you ladies are respectful. That's one thing I know. That's why y'all brought me back. I love y'all. I couldn't wait to come back. The term, you can take my wings and I'm still gonna fly, comes from a band, an artist named Misery. Misery Loves Company. It's one of my favorite lines in one of her songs. You can take my wings and I'm still gonna fly. I love it so much I got it tatted on my own. Why? Because when I was young, when I was your age, it was a lot of people that tried to take my wings and I still flew. How many of you know you can still fly if you just had one wing? Okay, we're gonna get the ball rolling. Y'all know how we do. We just jump right into the meat of things. First, I'm just gonna read to you a portion and then we'll just get into the speech. It is important that I give you Malacka, all of me. I am no expert, nor do I have all the answers. I am just Malacka. Someone who is extremely sensitive on the inside, but hard as a shell on the outside. I'm a woman that experienced happiness, sadness, fears, strengths, and weaknesses. I experienced joy, pain, self-pity, and many who knows me can attest to the fact that sometimes I'm always on the defensive. It has taken me most of my adult life to come to terms with who I was, who I am, and who I aspire to become. To do that, I had to break free of self-doubt, guilt, shame, embarrassment, personal confusion, and pain. So many times in my life I felt unworthy because I didn't accept myself for my struggles. The one thing that I've learned about problems, though, is that they can always be solved. Something else I've learned, on so many levels, we are related. And we can relate, or should be able to relate, because many of us have the same story, just different experiences. My journey to self-understanding suppressed my desire to become a great person, a good person in the eyes of the world. But I wanted to become a phenomenal and a great person for myself. I'm going to say that last line again because I want you to get it. I don't want you to miss it. My journey to self-understanding suppressed my desire to become a good and great person in the eyes of the world. But I wanted to become someone phenomenal and someone great for myself. Hands up, Mervo. I'm going to start this speech off with a time in my life when I was your age, sitting in some of the same seats in high school in 9th grade. A lot of you right now are seniors, you are juniors, sophomores, some freshmen. I asked that the freshmen be present. I hope you guys are here. Okay, y'all in the building, okay. I chose to start there because that's where a lot of my battles started. I gave you my success story first because a lot of times in life we must start with the good. We want the good news first and then we can hear the bad. So when I was in the 9th grade, I need for you to understand that I was you. I need for you to understand that I was not perfect and I'm still not perfect. I need for you to understand that I probably did half the same things y'all doing right now, if not worse. When I was in the 9th grade, I was ratchet. Say ratchet! Ratchet! I was all over the place. We left middle school where we had some structure. We left middle school where they kind of like walked us to the next class and they walked us to the cafeteria. Then when they put us in high school, they expect for us to stand up. They expect for us to know what it is we're supposed to do. They expect that when that bell rings, you're going to get to your next class on time. Sometimes I think it's still the same. They give us a 5-minute grace period. Am I right? Yeah. All right, so y'all know we don't get there in 5 minutes. We stand in a hallway. Nowadays, y'all gotta take pictures for IG. You gotta take pictures for Facebook. You gotta go in the bathroom, and many of you need to apply your makeup or fix your makeup. For the next period, you might have a crush on somebody in your next period class. So you need to do yourself up a little bit. Well, when I was in the 9th grade, a lot of times I cut out of school. When I was in the 9th grade, a lot of times if I showed up to school, I wasn't focused. I was the in crowd. I was a part of that in crowd. I was a part of the screw-ups. I was the leader of the screw-ups, probably. So you put me on this platform now, and you put me on this pedestal, but I need for you to understand I wasn't always this way. I had to work to be this way. We talked about environment the last time. I had to change my environment. So in the 9th grade, I screwed up. I cut out, I hooked school, I did a little bit of this, I did a little bit of that. I was messing with ballers, I was dealing with a baller. Yeah. No! Don't say yeah. You're gonna be the baller, you're the baller. Let me even say I'm the baller. No, yeah. Alright, so I was dealing with kind of like talk to you guys. My 9th grade year, I did some things that got me into a lot of trouble. But I also did some things that wound up changing my life forever. One day, because I wasn't showing up to school, one day, out of nowhere, I began to feel sick. I was vomiting because I wasn't going to school. I was going over my baller house. One day I was nauseated. I couldn't smell anything. I couldn't eat and I couldn't drink. I began to vomit and I didn't want my mother to hear me, so I would put my face and my head really close to the toilet and throw up and run the water. Called one of my aunts and I went over her house because I knew something wasn't right with my body and I didn't need for my mother to catch on, because it was always my mission to make my mother proud. You guys know I lost my mother in November. So I always wanted to make her proud of me. So I went over to my aunt's house. She said, I'm gonna go get you a pregnancy test. She said, because I think that you might be pregnant. See, I was supposed to be in school. I was supposed to be showing up. I was supposed to be doing what I needed to do to get to the next level. I was supposed to be doing what I needed to do to become closer and closer to making my dreams come true, but I wasn't. I was failing. I wasn't winning. All of a sudden, my aunt went to Giants and got me a pregnancy test and it came back positive. I was in the 9th grade. I skipped something. This time I was in the 9th grade for the 2nd time. Yeah. I was losing. I called my mother. My aunt said, I had to tell your mother. I called my mother and I said, Mommy, I just took a pregnancy test. She said, what were the results? I said it was positive. She said, ain't that a bloop? Sure y'all know what the last word was. And what grade are you in? I said the 9th grade. She said for the 2nd time. And how old are you? 15. She already knew. She needed for me to say it so I can hear what was happening in my life. She said, you stay up there because I don't want to see you for a long time. She only called me back an hour later and said, get on the next bus and bring your butt home. So when I got home, my mommy and I, we had a long conversation and she told me that I was going to have my baby. She told me that she was going to help me in every way possible to become closer to making my dreams come true. She told me that she was going to help me in every way possible. Just because I had this baby, she was going to make sure she didn't turn her back on me, which she wasn't going to ever turn her back on me, baby or not. So what happened was, now I had a why. Sometimes in life, we just need a why. W-H-Y. Spell it. W-H-Y. I needed a why. Now I had my why. I had my why I needed to show up. I had my why I needed to be on time. I had my why I needed to study. I had my why that I needed to not be with the ballers anymore. I had my why I needed to change my environment. I had my why I needed to make sure that I changed the crowd that I was hanging around. And since I was a leader, I had my why as to why I needed to lead my sisters in the right direction. I had my why. So, I'm pregnant. I asked my mother to remove me from the school that I was attending, and I said, could you please put me in Paye? I wanted to go to the pregnancy school. I wanted to be around my peers. I wanted to be around girls that looked like me. I needed to be around women that also had a why they needed to be who they wanted to be, and why they needed to show up in their own life. So that's exactly what she did. She put me in Paye. I went to Paye, and man, I shined. I became a speaker for Paye. I was on several talk shows representing Paye in a positive way. I went from failing to becoming an A student. I had my why. Her name's Shantae. Say, hey Shantae. Hey Shantae. She was my why. I had my why as to why I needed to compete with myself. I had my why as to why I needed to compete with my lower self. I had my why. So I became a speaker for the school. I was focused. I was passing. I was winning. I was hanging with the right people. I was doing everything I needed to do. So now we're in 9th grade. Now we're in 10th grade. Now I'm bringing home honor roll grades. anymore because now I needed a why. So now we get to the 11th grade. Dr. Stiff said, oh, at the time that was the principal's name. She said, you need to go back to your home school now. My job at Paye was done. I get to my home school and I felt like I wasn't in my space anymore. I felt like I wasn't in my environment anymore. So I asked her, can she please take me back? So I called the school again and I said, could you please bring me back to Paye? She said yes. I get back to Paye and I had all kind of, y'all know I hate the word. I hope you guys remember from last time. I had a whole lot of what? Haters! What? Haters! Y'all so smart. That's why this is one of the top schools in the city. Hands up! She just kept picking on me. Now mind you, I used to fight all the time because I had a lot of haters. I used to get banked all the time because I had a lot of haters. I used to, you know what, when I was ratchet, I'm gonna admit, I might have started a couple of those fights because I was real slick out my mouth. So when I got to Paye, I was focused and I really didn't want to do no fighting. But this girl, she got picking with me. So now we're in my 12th grade year. She was picking with me. I kept ignoring her. How many of you know you need to ignore negativity? Let me tell you something. Sometimes you're going to come to school and they're going to already have it out for you. Sometimes you're going to come to school and you might have on some shoes because you guys wear uniforms that you already took your picture and put it on IG or Facebook and they might be mad and hating on you. So they already got it in for you for when you're going to come in school in the morning. Or some people just don't like you for what you said last week. Or some people just don't like you because the way your mother sent you to school looking. Or some people might just not like you because of who you are. What I need for you to understand is sometimes you are, and I need you to get this, sometimes you are the living reality of what other people want to be. So they gonna hate on you. You are wearing, sometimes it's about what you possess. You can have a whole lot of talent, but you don't have enough character. So sometimes our talent can get us some places that our character can't keep us. So sometimes they see your character and they want to be like you, so they hate on you when the whole time they want to be your best buddy. That's what I'm talking about. I had a whole lot of haters this 9th grade year. I ignored this female and everything in me wanted to fight her. Everything in me wanted me to show her who I was and what I was made of. Everything in me wanted to show her, look, check this out. I don't come from no whole bunch of slouches and chumps. We gets it in, you check for us, we gonna check back for you. We don't need for you to check for us if we're stupid. You know what I'm saying? Like, I was real slick out my mouth. So I wanted to let her know who I was, but because I had a why, I didn't. Woo! So what happened? We standing, getting fitted for our cap and gown. I'm standing up against a very thin wall. I remember getting fitted for my cap and gown. Many of you are about to be in that place in a second. Y'all about to get fitted for your cap and gown. That's the most exciting time of your life. Especially when you have a why. And let me say this, my why was my baby. Some of your whys because of your current situation. Some of your whys because you want to change your environment. Some of your whys because you want that car that you want. You want that house that you want. You want to make 6 figures. You want to be successful. You want to break cycles in your family. Some of you, your why is different than everybody else's why. Remember, your walk is your walk. Your why is your why. So, I'm standing there. I'm getting measured. Here come my hate. Miserable. She bumped me so hard. The lady trying to measure me. And this woman, young lady, come out and bump me. She almost knocked my shoulder off. Lord Malacka from the projects came out. Little Miss Ratchet came out. Kind of forgot my why. I said to my girlfriend, my good girlfriend Nicole Crockett, I I said, yo, did she just bump me? Nicole Crockett said, yes. The girl came back like, yeah, I just bumped you. What you gonna do? And before you know it, we scrapped. Before you know it, I'm going off. I black out. I'm crazy. Look at you. You're getting so fired up over there. I would need her to come. So look. So then, in the midst of the fight, I make a mistake and hit a teacher. I done messed up all the way around the board. Now, Dr. Stiff, this is a woman that loved me so much. She came to me and she said, this 8 weeks before graduation, one decision could mess you up. One bad decision could screw you up. I'm telling y'all, you gotta think first. It's not worth it. She said, I gotta put you out. I was about to graduate, y'all. I was beating the odds. I had my baby. I was about to finish school. I was about to get my diploma so that I can move on to the next level of my life. And she said I had to leave. I was devastated. Was the fight worth it? No. No, it wasn't. So my mother came up to school to fight for me. I had an aunt that went up to school to fight for me. Everybody went up to school because she pleased. My grades was honor roll grades. She said, no, she gotta go. Who's gonna take my daughter 8 weeks before graduation? What school? She gotta go. Okay. My mother take me to every school all over the city. One thing I wasn't gonna do, and I'm not bashing any of these schools, but I didn't want to go to a Harvard Institute or a Harvard City. I wasn't going to get my GED. I wasn't going to do any of those things. I wanted to graduate with what I had earned, with the honors that I had earned in one of the schools I deserved to be in. So my mother took me to my zone school, which was Southern at the time. They said no. Every school said no. It's too late. Then the fight didn't make me look no better. Your record, you better watch what you do because your record will follow you. You better watch what you say because your record will follow you. Once it's written down, sometimes you can't get it expunged. It will follow you. Watch it. One bad mistake will change it. So I said to this lady, I said, Miss, we're in Southern. We're sitting in the guidance counselor's office. I said, Miss, could you please let me back in this school? I said, she said, our curriculums are different. We're doing all types of different things. You're going to have to catch up. I said, done. She said, you're going to have to work harder. I said, done. I said, you see what my grades are. I'm willing to show up. I'm willing to do what I need to do to show you how bad I want to be here and how bad I need to walk across that stage. So we went, and she said, okay. Man, when I got to those classes, now mind you, in Paye, when we had like smaller classes, we were pregnant, we got to take our work to the library, we got to hook up in our little groups, and we were little mommies. So they pretty much gave us, free reign to do what we needed to do. I got down Southern, it was a whole nother world again. So they was doing all types of term papers and projects that I didn't get at Paye. Although we did get a lot of projects and things, it was just different. But these were things that I needed to complete before graduation. So what I tell y'all last time, y'all better get next to who's winning. Y'all better move away from the losers. You better get next to who's winning. So I got to those classes and I was looking at the winners. I wanted to figure out who the winners was. I wanted to see who was getting the grades. I wanted to see who can help me get to the next level. I needed to see who was going to help me graduate, who was going to help me meet the criteria. So that's exactly what I did. I scoped out the winner, not the in crowd, not the losers, not the ones that was barely making it, because my Y had got me honor roll grades. I wasn't going to step back now. Woo. So I said, all right, for whatever reason, this is where I need to be. I was studying. I wasn't talking on the phone. I was studying. I wasn't talking on the phone. I was studying more. I wasn't watching TV. If it was too much TV, that means I'm not studying hard enough. I was making sure I maintained honor roll. When I got down there, the math class was a lot harder. smarter than my math class at Paye, and math has always been a struggle for me. I was always a reader. I was always a speaker. I was always a writer. I was always a speller. But I was never one to really know my math like that. So I had to study harder. So my honor roll grades was because I was studying. But a lot of those subjects was easy for me until it came to math. But when I was at Paye, he was able to work with me one-on-one in a lot of areas because there wasn't a whole lot of people in the classroom. When I got down Southern, it was a different story. So when I got to that math, it was the same math, it was just given in a different way. It was given around a lot of people. So I said, all right, what do I need to do? Because I need to graduate with honors. I worked too hard for this. I said, what do I need to do to let this teacher know how bad I want it? What do I need? Because I was studying, but my studying was still getting me to mid-70s. I was passing, but it wasn't good enough. Y'all better stop thinking that 70s are good enough and passing, because it's not. Let me hear you say, because it's not. Step up then. So I got to this teacher. I will never forget. I said, listen, math has always been a struggle for me. I said, listen, I need more help. What could you do to help me in these areas? She said, okay, come back to school. Show up me for school. That's what I did. By the end of the quarter, I still didn't make an 85. I was like 79, 81. How many of you know that when you show your teacher how ambitious you are, when you show up and show your teacher that you really want to learn this, when you show up in her class on time and sit down there and pay attention, and when your losers in the back cutting up, you're paying attention. When they're running your mouth, you're paying attention. You're raising your hand. You're asking questions. You're going after school to get more help. How many of you know that she's gonna love you for your ambition? What Wale say? They gonna love me for my ambition. Say it. They gonna love me for my ambition. Say it. Right. She loved me for my ambition. So when it was report card time, she made sure I did not lose. She made sure I made honor roll. She made sure, because I showed up and showed her what I wanted so bad, that she gave me the extra points I needed because I was ambitious. We all had to come into the auditorium just like this when it was time to find out if you were graduating. They put your name on the back of the seat. They put a letter on the chair that you had to sit in, and when you turned it over, you saw if you met the criteria for graduation. Well, I went in there and I already knew what was up. I went in there cocky, because I went in there and I already knew what was up. I knew that I was about to graduate, and not only did I know I was about to graduate, I knew I was about to graduate with honors. I turned mine over. A lot of people turned theirs over. They was crying, they was falling out, they didn't meet the criteria. Because they didn't do what they needed to do. Everything else was more important. They wanted to be slick, or so what they thought was slick. They wanted to follow negativity. Nah, so they didn't meet the criteria. When I turned mine over, it said, congratulations, you have met all criteria for graduation. So when I got put out of that school, I had to beat the odds. Let me say something to you. Sometimes you do not understand what the Creator has asked some of your peers to walk through to get to where they need to go to. Sometimes we gotta walk through some real bad storms. You don't know what that person is going to. You don't know why they're so driven. You don't know why they're so ambitious. You don't know why they're so motivated. You don't know why they're so fired up and turned up every day, because you don't know what they had to go through. You don't know what odds they had to beat. You don't know. I had to beat the odds in every way they was against me 8 weeks before graduation, because I didn't take no for an answer. And because I said, listen, this is what I can do for you if you show me what you can do for me, and I met the criteria for graduation. And that's what happened. I graduated from high school with honors and was sitting on the stage. Let's go. After graduation, I stayed focused, but now I was a young adult. Now, you know, I'm working, I'm in the work world, I'm feeling my way, I'm learning through trial and error, I'm making it, I'm figuring out what I need to do. I go to school, I start college. Wasn't too focused when I first started college. And by that time I had my second child. When I had my second child, I'm gonna go right into this because this is so sensitive to me. When I had my second child, my son's biological father, 9 months pregnant, due any day, was killed. I was pregnant. I said biological father because he has an awesome dad now. My ex-husband is his father and he raised him ever since he was born into this world. But he was killed. After his death, now let me say this to you. This guy was, once again, baller, right? He was a very handsome dude. Everybody wanted him. He was just a great catch and everybody wanted to be in his space. Right after he was killed, out of nowhere, I'm still grieving. My son isn't even born into the world yet. They was going around saying that he died because he had AIDS. They was going around saying that I had AIDS. They was going around saying that my baby, they had given my baby 6 months to live. Shout out to my son, he's 15, 16 years old tomorrow. Shout out to Malik. You can follow him at I'm on Fire. They were saying some really, really awful things about me. And it was destroying me in every way. It made me feel sad because how many of you have been a victim of rumors? You know, people are so bored, they just really sit home and conjure up things about somebody that's great. They are so bored and your life is so awesome and they just want to just bring you down in some kind of way that they will sit home and make up the sickest things about you. And a lot of people without common sense and a lot of uneducated people will sit and they will believe those things. Because a lot of times, this is a fact, if something is repeatedly said, you will make yourself believe it. So it became believable to a whole lot of people. Let me tell y'all, I lost a whole lot of friends because they was not there for me. This rumor was so far from the truth. Never had a disease in my life and you give me the most deadly immune deficiency? How sick could you be? But that's what they did because it was my walk, y'all. Listen to me. Listen to me. Sometimes, right, the craziest things could come in your life and you say, why me? Sometimes you gotta walk through some hot fires and swim through some deep oceans because it's your walk. When God is about to elevate you and take you to the next level of your life, when God and the Creator is about to make your name great, you're gonna have to go through some things. Yes. But make sure when you go through, you grow through. That's the difference. They missed that one, boom. I'm gonna say it again. Sometimes, when you go through, you have to be sure that you grow through. Say it. Grow through. Say it. Grow through. It was my walk. My name had to be scandalized. My character had to be defamated. Let's go. At that time, I didn't feel like let's rock. At that time, I didn't feel like let's go. I felt like leave me alone. What did I do to you sick people? What is wrong with you? When your name is always ringing around town, when you show up, you always look pretty. When you walk, your head is always held high. They just want to find something on you. They want to make it up. They made it up. It went statewide, citywide. I got phone calls. Listen to me. I got phone calls from people that knew me the most because a stranger called them and said, I heard this about so-and-so. And they believed it. Let me tell y'all something. I need y'all to get this. Don't let nobody come and tell y'all nothing about y'all friend. That's your friend. You already know what the deal is. Can't call me and tell me nothing about her. You don't know her. I'm the one that break bread with her, not you. So I had a whole lot of people that wasn't there, but I had a whole lot of soldiers marching in my army. I had a whole lot of people defending me. I had a whole lot of people that had my back that wasn't even calling me and telling me what they had heard. They just had my back when they heard it. Right? Sometimes you don't even have to talk about it. Sometimes you don't even have to tell your best friend, look, she was talking about you and this is what I said. Sometimes all you gotta do is just show up for her. Let her deal with what she dealing with. And that's what a lot of my people, my soldiers did for me. They dealt with my battles behind my back. They my friends. You already know. So, this room will go crazy. This room will go worldwide. It's just getting me more publicity. Sometimes negative publicity could work for you. So one day I'm sitting in my living room and on 92Q, it was like, call in if you have something to get off your chest. Just get it off your chest day. I said, I'm not gonna call in because a lot of times when I call in, I don't never get through. I said, so I'm not gonna call in. But God put it in my spirit to call in. It was in my walk to call in. One ring, answered the phone. I have something I need to get off my chest. I need to address Baltimore. And that's exactly what I've done. He said, keep it clean, Malacka. He knew exactly who I was. Because once again, my name ring in the city. So, I said, my name is Malacka Reed. I said, a lot of you know me. I said, my son's father, his name is Sweet Pea. You know him too. I said, she said, yeah, the boss. She a man. I said, you know him too. I said, he was shot down and he was murdered on March the 5th. March the 6th was my birthday. Happy birthday to me. Girl, it was in my walk. It was just in my walk for all this to happen to me around that time. So, I said, he was murdered. I said, since his murder, out of nowhere, people been going around saying that he had AIDS and he died from AIDS and I have AIDS and my son had this amount of time to live. I said, my son has not even received his birth certificate, but yet they have his death certificate. I don't understand. I said, these people know more of my business than what I know. I said, they said he's sick. They said we're sick. But this is the catch. They're talking about it as if they are immune. They're talking about it as if it's funny. What if, and we know that I am not and was not one of the healthiest women standing before you today, but what if it was true? Does it make it funny? How sick are you? Even if you don't like someone, why would you think something so serious is funny? Why talk about it and bash her? Why not pray for her? Why scandalize her name? Why not find her and lift her up? So I said, I have nothing bad to say back to these people that's saying this about me. What I have to say is God bless them, because you have to be a very sick-minded individual to think that something so serious is funny. I said a lot of us have lost some really, really close people in our lives due to this immune deficiency. It's not to be played with. But yet, that's what they was doing. They was playing with it. I said, so I'm here to say right now that it wasn't on channel 2, 45, 54, 11. I know I'm your little ghetto superstar, but they cannot put some information like that on television. It's called doctor-patient confidentiality, but because they are not thinkers, they didn't realize that. All they knew was, girl, it was on TV. Who am I? Why would they put that on TV? They would put something, nobody never thought that can't even happen. You would be a millionaire. me. Because while they were scandalizing my name, I was building up. While they was wasting their time talking about me, I was becoming a woman that God had put me here to be. While they were sitting around wasting their time, I was working. I was doing some work in my life that was going to take me to the next level, to be making my dreams come true. While they was wasting their time on me. So what they was doing was giving me all that energy. I'm going to tell you something. Every single time your enemies and your friends bash your great name, it's not working to get you all the time. They are giving you their energy.
Right.
Give me your energy, baby. I need it. Sit around and continue to talk about me and your nail salons, your hair salons, your GED schools, social service buildings, all that. Keep talking about Malacka. I need your energy. I need you to keep speaking my name into the atmosphere, because one day my name is going to be great one day. My name is going to be great, so keep speaking into the atmosphere, speaking into the ether. And that's exactly what they did. So I said, I'm here to clear the rumor up. I want to clear the rumor up. It was never true. It's not true. I'm very healthy. But I will say this, if you've had unprotected sex one time in your life, you can pop up with this immune deficiency. You better watch who you're pointing that one finger at, because 3 is pointing right back to you. You better watch what you say about people. That's what you better do. So busy talking about somebody else, and when it happens to you, don't be mad.
Don't be mad.
So that's what happened. So the rumor got cleared up. They opened it up for callers. Callers called in and said, Malacka, I have your back. You don't know me, but I know you. You work at Bad Feet. I support you. I got your back. The calls never stopped. After that, the rumor pretty much blew over. People was coming up to me, giving me hugs. Malacka, give me a hug. I heard you on the radio. You know, I never believed it was true. I needed your hug when you thought it was true. Don't hug me now. Because I needed your hug when you thought it was true. Y'all know what y'all did to me, but the same city that brought me down, those same people that sat there and said all of those things about me, it was a whole nother army on the other side ready to help build me back up. It was a whole nother army on the other side that's riding with me to this day, that supports me, that makes my name great. So don't be afraid when these people come against you. They're gonna come. They're never gonna stop. And that was one of the biggest obstacles that I had to go through in my life. All the way up until I'm going through my life. Y'all know my success story. We talked about my success story. So that's a chunk I don't even have to cover today. All the way up until I lost my mother. Let me say this to you, ladies. Some things are going to happen in your life at a time that you're not ready for. Some things are going to happen in your life and you're going to say, not now. They're only to make you great as part of your walk. So, when I received the phone call, my mother and I were super close. We had a relationship like no other. We talked on the phone 6 and 7 times a day. She called me when she wanted to discuss a Lifetime movie, and I called her if I stubbed my toe. But I received a phone call by my brother that we had lost her. The most devastating news of my life. I know a lot of you have experienced, if not already experiencing, some losses. Some things have happened to you in your life that have stopped you from believing in yourself. Some people have said some things to you that have stopped you from believing in yourself. Some circumstances and situations have come your way that have stopped you from believing how great you are. Because among other things, among all the slander, I was raped when I lost my virginity. A lot of people don't know that. It was part of my What makes you think you can have your own cosmetic line in a recession? This is where you come from.
Take your time. Take your time.
It's a part of your walk. When the Creator is going to take you to higher heights, you're going to experience some things, ladies, and you can't stop. You got to keep going. You can't figure out when you're going to jump in there to do it. You can't figure out when you're going to get in there. Just like when your girlfriend's playing double dutch, and they got the motion, and they got the groove, and you like this. You're trying to figure out when you're going to jump in. They already got the groove. You already have your motion. You're trying to figure out when you're going to jump in. And then all of a sudden you get the guts to jump in. And when you jump in, you like this. You already got it, baby. You in there. That's what it's about. No matter what is happening to you, no matter what the circumstances are, you need to show up to school, you need to be on time, you need to get good grades, you need to ignore negativity, you need to welcome your haters, you need to love your haters, you need to not feed into anything they have to say about you. When they're bashing you on Instagram, when they're bashing you on Facebook, don't answer them back. Don't lower yourself. Make sure they rise to your level. Say, rise to my level. I'm not stupid to your level. I'm not going to answer you back because from afar, people just don't know who the fool really is. So don't beef with them. Keep it brief with them. I like that. Don't beef with them. Keep it brief with them. So when I lost my mommy, a lot came in. A lot came in. Insecurity set in. She validated my world. She told me how pretty I was, how talented I was. She's the one who told me I was going to be speaking all over the world. She validated me. So when I lost her, a huge sense of insecurity set in. The enemy was like, I got her now. Tried to lay me down. If it wasn't for my kids, tried to make me feel like I needed to be with my mother on the other side. But I'm going to tell you, and I mean this like I never meant nothing before, the devil is a liar. And you can't listen to those negative voices. Because while you have those negative voices, you have positive voices. While you have your lower self, you have your higher self saying, keep going. Don't stop. Keep pushing. Get up. Inspire somebody. What makes you feel good? I'm going to need for you to do it today. So when I was ready to stop and I was talking a whole lot of foolishness to my girlfriend, she said, don't you understand what has happened in your life, Malacka? She said, your mother have done so much for you. She felt that she needed to go to the other side to push you to some more greatness. And that's exactly what she's doing. She's pushing me to some more greatness. And that's what people are doing for you in your life. Whether they are earthly, whether they are heavenly, they are pushing you to greatness. You just have to listen. You have to be aware. You have to know like you've never known before that something else is working in your favor. A lot of times it's easy for y'all to give up. It's easy for you to give in. Nah, we can't do that because we riders. Hey, riders. We don't give up. We show up like we never showed up before. That's exactly what we did. So what I need for you to start doing is I want you to not only dream, right? I need for you to work on your dreams. I need for you to write it down. Whatever it is that you want to be, whatever it is that you want to become, whatever it is that you want to do in your life, I need for you to write it down. I need for you to cast a spell, i.e. the word spelling. That's where the word spelling comes from. When you write something, you cast a spell. You're writing it into existence. and look at it every day, because that's going to become your why. Sometimes I need you to look around at your situation. Your situation at home may not be right. Make that become your why.
That's right.
When your girlfriends come to school now, look how you want them to look, and their hair's not the way you feel like it should be, and they might not smell like you think they should. Don't bash them, because you don't know what storm God asked them to walk through. You don't know what they had to go through last night, and you don't know what they had to go through this morning. You don't know what they are going through, so don't bash them. Woo! Some people wake up in the morning and come to school after being molested. Some people wake up in the morning and come to school after watching their mommy be beat up. Some people come to school in the morning after hearing loud music all night. Some people come to school in the morning after being a product of a house raid and watching your parents get locked up and go to jail. Some people come to school in the morning and they did not have anything to eat. So don't stir at them when they're in the cafeteria. You don't know what storm God asked them to walk through to get the greatness. Don't worry about what people say about you. They make up things. They made up that. I even had somebody make up and say that my biological son wasn't even my son. Look at him. He's my twin. They said he wasn't even my son. That's how they make what? They make up the craziest things about you. But even if he wasn't my son, why would you bash it? Shout out to all the mothers that are raising children that's not biologically theirs. What you gonna bash it for? Lift her up, celebrate her. It's not biologically her child, then God has something great for her and that child. Don't bash her. But he is mine, he's my twin. I fought to give life to him. So in closing, this is what I need for y'all to do. I need for every single one of you to become believers. I need every single one of you to know that no matter what is going on in your life, to know that whatever is happening in you, no matter what somebody has said about you is not the truth. Just like you have believed that you can't be nothing in life. Just like you believe that you're not pretty enough. Just like you believe that you're too dark. Just like you believe that you're too light. Just like you believe that you're too skinny. Just like you believe that you're too fat. Just like you believe that you're not fly enough. Just like you believe that you don't have the latest fashions. This is what I'm gonna need you to believe. I'm gonna need you to believe that you are worthy. I'm gonna need you to believe that you can do it. I'm gonna need you to believe that you are powerful beyond measure. I'm gonna need you to believe that no matter what life has thrown at you, you can grab it, you can take it. I'm gonna need you to believe that when that roadblock come your way, that's all it is a roadblock. It's not blocking you, it's a roadblock. It's not blocking where you're about to go, it's a roadblock. You can still get through. All you need to do is have a why. As long as you have a why, you're gonna get through it. It's just a roadblock. You need a detour. I had a detour. I had a why. I had a roadblock, but I still became the CEO of my own company. I still became a leader. I still became a motivator. No matter what they said about me, I was able to see the positive in it. I knew that one day I was going to be somebody great. I knew that one day I was going to be speaking, uplifting, and empowering and motivating young women. That's what I knew. Why? Because it was my walk. I'm going to also say this to you. Don't think because you're little Miss Positives, the haters are not going to come. Do you know the last time we were here, this was televised. We put it on YouTube in 2 days. The speech did over 2,000 views. Today, we're at over 4,000 views. Stand up! We love you. I love you. Do you also know? Catch this, y'all. Catch this. Do you also know that I received countless messages that I had to now hire an assistant to help me get back to everyone? Do you know that we had people that are fighting for America in the war in Syria that are watching us around the world? Your school, Mervo, my speech. Around the world. Do you know that now I have over a 12-school tour and counting to speak at because of the YouTube clip on told you, you are the very reality of what some people are dreaming about. They can only dream about it. They might have the talent, but they don't have the character. They can't do it. They're mad about it. I can almost shout them 3 people out right now, but I won't. I won't put them on blast because I'm not giving them my energy. It's all right, but I do know this. No matter how positive you are, there will be haters, baby. They're gonna come. So when I saw them 3 haters, I started to Google my greats. I started to Google the people that I look at to mentor me. I started to Google them. They had 58 dislikes. They had 98 dislikes, 44 dislikes, thousands of views. I said, wow, you know when God is about to take you to the next level, what happens? What happened to our man Ray Lewis right before he was getting ready to take us to the Super Bowl? He was winning the Super Bowl. He was making sure that we was going to be champions. When he ended, what happened to him? Boom! Here come the haters. They said our man was using drugs. They said that when he was ill, he needed some drugs to get him to the next level to get him back in the game. What he say? No weapon formed against me shall prosper. They bashed Beyonce when she lip synced. They bashed our girl. What she come to Super Bowl and do when our champions? When our Ray Lewis and our Baltimore Ravens took us to the Super Bowl and won the Super Bowl. After they bashed her about what we know she does so effortlessly. When she got to the Super Bowl, man, she turned it up. She turned it out, and it was lights out, baby. That's what she did. And I can almost guarantee you, she said, I got something for them. So every single time your haters come against you, I need you to conjure up something else to make them mad about. Sometimes we just need it. Yin and yang will always exist. So don't let that discourage you, ladies, because it will never discourage me. I will always keep going. I need for you to keep going. So listen to me. We're going to write down our goals. We're going to write down our dreams. We're going to speak them into existence. We're going to use the power of thought, the power of words. Be careful what you say because your words have so much power. The universe responds to energy. So as long as you say it, as long as you speak it, as long as you're doing the things to take you closer to making your dreams become a reality, it is going to happen for you. As long as you don't give up, as long as you don't sway, as long as you know that there is yin and yang, as long as you know that it will always be a negative as long as it's a positive. It's the way the world was made up. But as long as you know that you are greater than your fears, as long as you know that you are powerful beyond measure, you will make it. Let me hear you say, I will make it. I will make it. Say it. I will make it. Say it. I will make it. That's my time, Mervo. I love you so much. And remember, if you fall, follow your back. Because if you can look up, you can get up. Let's go.
Today, I delivered the battle at Mervo High School. It was awesome. It was emotional. I made it through. I did it. They loved it. We nailed it. Let's rock. Stay tuned. More to come. Let's go.